Hi friends, welcome to Story King YouTube channel. Myself Basant Kumar. Today my topic is on wholly on scale 2 officer and what is about the exam and what to read, how to read and everything. And this video is dedicated to my teachers Ravi brother and Lakshman brother and my inspiration APJ Abdul Kalam sir for incorporating knowledge to me. And the basic idea of doing this in English language is actually much content is not available in internet for or YouTube for this scale 2 exam preparation or whatever we call GBO or general banking officer scale 2. So the basic idea is that topics to be covered in this video are: number 1, important dates, eligibility criteria, cutoffs, vacancies state-wise. Second, exam pattern. Third, how many marks you need to get an GBO job or scale 2 officer job. Fourth, any difference between scale 1 and scale 2 exam. Fifth, how to attempt. And sixth, how to prepare or what concepts and what to leave in exam. Everything needs to be covered in this video itself. So I will be teaching very fast so that video will not become very lengthy. So first of all I will come to the important dates. Actually, according to notification released already, I think I had already applied that. So according to the notification for scale 2 exam, scale 2 and scale 3 exam is a single level exam. So it will mostly be conducted in October or November, and call letters will be downloaded on October or November, and the conduct of interview will be on October November, whatever the indicative dates are indicative. So they are all tentative dates. They can be changed if the corona situation is like this only. So we need to prepare first to the October itself. So and the provisional allotment will be for in January 2021. So this is about important dates. And then eligibility criteria. What is the eligibility criteria for writing this scale 2 exam is: minimum basic criteria to write an scale 2 exam in RRB is 2 years experience. So as an officer is compulsory to for the eligibility to be an eligibility for this exam to write. So important dates I had told, and eligibility is over. And what about cutoffs? Actually, before targeting the exam, we need to know the cutoffs, and thereby we can understand what are the things to be covered and how we can cover and everything. It will be good picture for us if we know the cutoffs. Actually, cutoffs are for general category last year 2019 64.13, and OBC category 63.19, for SC category 47.25, and ST category 25.88. So this is about 2019 cutoff. And 2018 cutoffs for general 61.94, and OBC 61.19, and SC 47.81, ST 23.13, and EWS category is there in 2019, so that cutoff is 34.44. So these are about cutoffs. For 200 marks, this is the cutoffs, minimum cutoffs that need to be arrived to get into the interview level. So basically this scale 2 exam is having two levels. One is a single level exam, that is mains. That will be conducted on October or November as per notification. That is conducted for 200 marks. If this cutoff is for that mains, then after that we will be getting interview. So interviews will be done as per notification on October or November. So that is about the cutoffs. So we need to get, suppose cutoffs, there are only 64 marks for general category for 200. That is 80-20 will be the division for evaluating the final cutoffs. So final cutoffs will be for 80 and 20, total 100 marks. Up for 100 marks it will be coming. So final cutoffs, so what are about final cutoffs is 45 for general and 37 or 36 for SC/ST category, and OBC category it is 48 or 47. It will be around that 47 mark. And so the overall cutoff for general category students, it will be around 50 marks. So 100 for 100 we need to get 50 marks. That is 50 marks will be divided into 80-20 category. That is mains marks. Suppose if you got 64 marks in for 200 in mains exam, 64 out of 200. So for 80, how much it will become? 25.6. Suppose the overall cutoff is suppose 48 marks. So for 80 you got a 25.6. Another 20 will be in interview. So the marks which we got in interview will be calculated for 20 and it will be added to the 25.6 what we got as, suppose if we got 64. So 25.6 plus 20, how much? If I think you got a total marks as a 20, full marks you got in interview. So 25.6 plus 20 will become 45.6, and suppose the total cutoff is 48. It is very much less and you will not get the job and you will be losing the job. So this is about the cutoffs, and you need to get more marks than the cutoffs to get the actual job. These cutoffs will be for the interviews. So this is about cutoffs. And vacancies state wise. Coming to the vacancy state wise listed in the scale 2 notification. Actually notification will be for office assistant scale 1, scale 2 and scale 3, but I am showing you the notification listed and the vacancies listed in the for scale 2 general banking officer itself. Mostly the notification, as per notification, most number of vacancies are for Baroda UP Bank as total number of vacancies 69, and 74 for Baroda Rajasthan Kshetriya Gramina Bank, and Andhra Pradesh Gramina Bank only 18 noticed. For general category, I am talking about general category. Chaitanya Godavari Bank 23, and we can see Madhya Pradesh Gramina Bank 46, then Pradhama UP Gramina Bank 27, and Sarva Haryana Gramina Bank 24. So basing on these vacancies, actually this scale 2 is all India wide exam, as we all know that. So not unlike scale 1 and office assistant, this is an all India exam, and you can select whatever the things you want, whatever the banks you want in as per the list and as per your wanted state. So that is about vacancies state wise. And coming to next point, exam pattern. Exam pattern is total marks is for 200 marks and total 2 hours time, and we will be having 5 subjects, that is reasoning. Questions will be 40 questions and 50 marks. General awareness 40 questions 40 marks, and numerical ability 40 questions 50 marks. Computer 40 questions 20 marks. English 40 questions 40 marks. So this is about the exam pattern. So we will be getting 2 hours time, so we need to understand this exam pattern clearly, so that we will not be in a confusion in the exam, and we need to go to exam with a clear cut plan and preparation. So this is about exam pattern. Right now you got the information about cutoffs, important dates, eligibility and vacancy state wise, so that it will be easier to you. Actually I had seen so many videos, and to get this kind of information you need to gather so much of information from various sites and various IBPS sites and bankers data sites and everything. So I am giving everything information at one place itself. It will become easier to you. So this is about exam pattern. And coming to third thing, how many marks you need to get to your job as a scale 2 officer or GBO exam. Anybody will get the question, this question. Actually the answer is you need to get 100 plus marks in the mains itself to get into the job. Actually you need to plan accordingly before if you are targeting this exam, means you need to understand the structure of the exam, pattern of the exam, and then how many marks and what are your weakness and strength, and then you need to assess the overall condition of yourself and your exam, and then you need to arrive at the conclusion that you need to get. After doing all these things, I am strongly saying that so 100 plus marks will be very good marks out of 200. The paper will be difficult in some cases and easy at some cases. Even though it is easier or even though it is difficult, 100 is a good marks. And as per my view, 116 marks should be your target. So thereby it will be easier for you in the interview. If any 2 or 3 marks will be less in interview, also you can handle those situations and you can easily get whatever the states or whatever the bank you need. So that is about how many marks you need to get selected as a scale 2 officer in your whatever the wanted bank. Next, coming to fourth, any difference between scale 1 and scale 2 exam. Actually, not much variation except financial awareness. In scale 1, what you are getting is general knowledge. In this scale 2, you are getting financial awareness. The difference between the financial awareness and scale 1 is very minute, and actually general knowledge is which will covers general lot of general things like dates and obituaries and lot of information. Factual data will be there, not of factual data will be there in wildlife sanctuaries. Like that of information will be, lot of information will be there, but there is no such rule that it should not be given dates in the financial awareness too. But financial awareness indicates banking and economic awareness, so that I think from my past experience for 2-3 years, had not seen such things in mixing up with the general knowledge and financial awareness. Mostly the part is of theoretical itself. So it is better to prepare theoretical, like theoretical topics like types of checks, SWIFT codes, IFC codes, banking ombudsman, about NPA, asset classification, RBI policy rates, risk types, and World Bank, IMF, ADB, where are their headquarters located, and their bank's taglines, and what are the ratios are there, and prompt corrective action, and PCA, disinvestment, what are the disinvestments that are going on, and crop loan tenure, what are the tenures to be given for the different kinds of loans, small short-term crops and long-term crops, and recent topic Atmanirbhar Bharat, MSME loans. So these are the etc. These are some of the topics, theoretical topics that will be coming, or that can come in the financial awareness part. So be prepared, and there is no much difference except some things, minute things are there. So this is about differences between scale 1 and scale 2 exam. The preparation level will be same thing, and remaining subjects will be reasoning, numerical ability, computer and English will be same level and the same preparation. So that is about it. And next thing, how to attempt, the most important part, how to attempt the exam, scale 2 exam. Actually these 2 hours are very important thing, important part of this exam, and you need to be very concentrated, so that every minute of time will be used for the exam. It will if you waste time in the exam, it will not, you will not get the job. So first of all, plan accordingly. My plan is, actually I will start with computer. I will do it in 15 minutes. So total 40 questions of computer will be done, can be done in 15 minutes, and the minimum marks I will post the how many marks you need to get here. So 15 minutes you need to do 40 questions, and next after 15 minutes you directly jump into GK, general knowledge. So within 20 minutes you need to complete the 40 questions, and next 1 hour. So up until now 35 minutes over. So next 1 hour you do whatever you want in reasoning plus arithmetic, numerical ability. So next 60 minutes you do it, and then last 25 minutes you do it English, because the point in this making the giving this how to attempt the subjects is, and numbering of the subjects is, lastly suppose if 1 or 2 minutes is there, you cannot do reasoning, or you cannot do arithmetic problems or numerical ability problems in 1 minute, because you will be under use pressure. So my suggestion is go with English in the last 5 minutes or 25 minutes. You go with English and you complete all the 40 questions, so that you can complete the last question in 1 minute. In 1 minute also you can complete the question in English. If paper is easy, you can easily complete, or moderate also you can complete. But for suppose if difficult questions comes, if suppose 4 options is there for every option for every question, and like that 4 kinds of questions will be mixed in one question itself, means it will be difficult for everyone. So for least possible case, that will be avoided by the English paper, that will be avoided by the IPPC itself. So it will be moderate paper, 99%. So you attempt like the subjects like this: 15 minutes, first 15 minutes computer, next 20 minutes GK, and next 60 minutes you allot you can allot as reasoning first, or arithmetic first, whatever the possible way you can, and then English, you come to English, and if you finish the exam. And then this is the way to attempt the exam. I feel anybody can have their own ways to attempt the exam and they can succeed then too, but I feel this is a comfortable thing. That is about how to attempt. And then comes the last part, that is how to prepare and what concepts and what to leave in the exam. Actually, how to before knowing how to prepare, we need to know what are the things that will be coming in the exam. So I will directly come into the what are the things that will be coming into the exam. Lastly, we got in reasoning for 50 marks 40 questions, data sufficiency we got 3 to 4 questions, and analytical reasoning 3 to 4 questions, puzzles 15 questions of 3 sets, machine input output 5 marks 5 questions, not 5 marks, sorry, blood relation 2 questions, syllogism 4 questions, direction sense 2 to 3 questions, miscellaneous 3 questions. So the topics we know as already in reasoning. The topics will be odd man out, syllogisms, blood relation, series test, ranking and time, direction sense test, decision making, figure series, statement and conclusion statements and arguments, and analogy, coding, decoding, alpha test number, causes and effects, sitting arrangement, statements and assumptions, assets and reasoning, word formation, and statements and action courses, word formation. So these are about the reasoning, and among these only what we need to concentrate on, what to leave in this exam is, as I already know, we need to be very systematic about the preparation and how we are attempting the paper, so that we will be beneficial or profitable. So the point is, while answering the reasoning paper, the marks we need to get, it should be in our mind, so that we will be attempting that many questions firstly. So it comes the cutoffs. So what are the cutoffs? What are the individual cutoffs? Actually, these papers will be having individual cutoffs too. Individual cutoffs will be suppose reasoning 2.5 marks, we should get 2.5 marks to get on the paper or to get qualified in the particular subject. And general awareness we need to get 6 marks, and for numerical ability we need to get 2.75 marks, and computer 15 marks, English 5.75 marks. So while attempting the paper, suppose we had allotted time zones to them, 15 minutes for computer and 20 minutes for GK, and in these times you need to look first to come over the line, that is cutoffs in respective subjects. So first see the easy questions in reasoning. Suppose puzzles will be very we cannot solve in less time, so that may cause your wastage of time, so avoid that first. So you do blood relations 2 questions, syllogisms 4 questions, and direction sense 2 to 3 questions, what I had mentioned already, data sufficiency 2 to 3 4 questions, and by this miscellaneous also you do 3 questions. By this you will be in a position that 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4, so plus 9 11 and 3 14 plus 3 17 questions you had already done. So the target for you in the reasoning should be 25 marks, minimum 25 marks. With this 17 questions you do it first, because in 17 minutes you can do 17 questions. Then you move on to the different subject, quant. What I am talking is, after attempting computer and general knowledge, you will be getting 60 minutes. No, in that 16 minutes you had already done, supposedly I am telling that 17 questions you had done, which are simple and which will be taking less than 1 minute, and within 17 questions you had done 17 questions, and you will be getting 17 into 1.25 marks, because 40 questions will be getting 50 marks in the reasoning and numerical ability. So then you move to the next phase, that is quantitative aptitude. You can shuffle among these five subjects, so it is better to shuffle now, because easier things you need to be done first, and then you have to go to difficult things, and you can do difficult things in less time also. It will depends on your practice level and mock test ability, how many mock tests you have taken, it depends on that. And quantitative aptitude, coming to quantitative aptitude, the topics which I had given last year is data interpretation, that is 15 marks, that is 3 sets, 15 questions 3 sets, approximations 5 questions, simplifications 5 questions, and quadratic equations 5 questions, and miscellaneous, that is arithmetic and arithmetic ability, that is 10 to 12 questions. So among these, what are your strengths? Suppose you are good at arithmetic, you can do 10 to 12 questions first. Suppose if you are good at approximations, you can do 5 questions. Normally approximations will be easy, so 5 questions you can do first, then simplifications you can do 5 questions, and quadratic equations 5 questions. So 15 questions will be done within no time, that is 15 questions in 15 minutes. So totally in 15 plus 17, so total 32 questions will be done in 30 minutes. So you have done 32 questions, and in numerical ability and arithmetic, your target should be 25, and in reasoning ability your target should be 25. So total overall target should be 25, and you had already done in 30 minutes 32 questions, and in the next 32 minutes you need to do only 18 questions. So that is the importance of doing the easy questions. Then you can move on to puzzles. So puzzle questions, 3 sets will be there in the reasoning. You can solve it within 7 minutes or 2 minutes. Within first 2 minutes you can easily know that if you are you had already good practice in puzzles, so you can within 2 minutes you can easily know how much time it will take. So if it is hard, you can skip on that, and definitely in 3 puzzles 1 or 2 will be very easy. So pick the easy puzzle and do it. Suppose you had done one puzzle or 1 or 2 puzzles, so 10 marks in 10 minutes will be there, so it will be added to the 10 marks. So 10 plus 32, it will become 42, and you will be having some 8 minutes, already had 30 minutes, and you had 20 minutes will be there for you. And then in that 30 minutes you will have to go to the data interpretation, that is 15 questions you had left in the quantitative aptitude or numerical ability. So you had done 17 plus 10 questions, that is 27 questions in reasoning, and then you left the reasoning part because the main thing is you will be getting statements and assumptions here, and statements and conclusions, cause and effects. So these kind of things cannot be done, and if you are good English, you are having good English, or even though you are having good cause and effects or statements and conclusion, you are a good English, you are having good English also, you cannot do right always, or you cannot, the question or answer cannot be matched even for the examiner, or even for the English literature fellow also they cannot do such things, because it's having huge pressure in exam, so that you will be under pressure, so you cannot be 100% right about that question, likewise in quant array. So I want to pick the data interpretation questions over those cause and effects and statements and conclusions, and you can leave that. And my point is, you come to data interpretation, and everybody can do it. Data interpretation within 1 minute you can solve it, and 15 questions will be coming. So right now I had done already 15 in quant, and another 15 now, and total 30 questions will be done in quant. So total it will become 57 questions overall. If 57 into 1.25 will be your score in this reasoning plus numerical ability. But I had taken only 25 marks and 25 marks, total 50 marks in reasoning and numerical ability. So our overall target should be 116 marks. So 25 and 25 I had put the target, but we had achieved 57 marks, 57 questions. We had done 57 questions. 50 questions is our target. So 27 in reasoning and 30 questions in quantitative or numerical ability. That is the practice we need to do. So what question to leave in the exam, and what concept to prepare in the preparation level, and how to prepare. So coming to the how to, so this is about reasoning and numerical ability. Then coming to the English portion, it has a reading comprehension. Last year reading comprehension number of questions asked is 10 questions. Fill in the blanks 5 questions, para jumbles 5 questions, error spotting questions 5 questions, close test 10 questions, and miscellaneous 5 questions. You first start with reading comprehension. My habit is starting with reading comprehension, because lastly in 25 minutes you are suppose as per my view we are doing English in the last 25 minutes. You'll be under tremendous pressure in the last 25 minutes. So last 5 minutes you cannot read the economics or passage or whatever the passage you had given, that is reading comprehension. So, and you cannot understand anything in the last minute's pressure. So last minute so you should read the reading comprehension in the starting stage of 25 minutes. First 5 to 7 minutes you read the comprehension, and you attempt the questions. In the 10 questions what we are getting, we will be having 2 to 3 questions as opposites. They will ask opposite or meanings or like that opposites, what is the opposite things, antonyms or synonyms they'll ask. So fill in the blanks also like that only. They can easily be answered within 1 minute. So we should be enjoying the English topics. So this is about English. And the basic thing to prepare in English is the newspapers only. You can read every day for 1 hour or 2 hours, or 2 hours nobody can read, so 15 minutes you can allot first. And if you are lagging in English, you can read it for 1 hour also. So our main target in English is 20 marks. 20 marks is easily gettable, and you can easily get the 20 marks, because eliminate the answers in the English. Eliminating the answers is very much useful. Suppose error spotting and everything, you put the 4 answers or options or 5 options, whatever it may be, in the question itself, and read it twice. So that is the basic thing. If you feel it is not right, you can eliminate that, and next you move on to the next question or next option. So that's how you need to be eliminate the not answers in the which are not the answers in the English part. So that is about the English. And moving on to the, we had completed reasoning, English, and quantitative aptitude. And coming to computer awareness, follow the Arihant book. Arihant 100 rupees book, very short book, and very informative. So you read all the topics. Normally topics will be like networking, history of computers, input and output devices, basics of computer software, internet, and everything will become their basic questions. And everybody can do 30 plus easily if you prepare wisely in the computer section. And our target is to get 16 questions right, or 16 marks. So out of 20 marks you need to get 16 marks. That is 40 questions we will be allotting 20 marks to that. So you need to get 32 questions right. So you can easily attempt 36 questions, 99% if the paper is not hard, or out of syllabus questions will not be operating systems like that. If operating systems like that, C Java, more number of questions if comes from C Java, it will be hard for everyone, because everybody will not be a computer science graduate or IT graduate. So that it will be hard for everyone except these two branches people, or anyone who had a good knowledge in computers. So 16 marks you need to get in computers. So overall general knowledge, I will move into general knowledge. General knowledge you need to prepare. I had already told, general knowledge means that is financial awareness. In the scale 2 exam, you prepare for theory part, and then you move on to 3 months current affairs from the Bankers Adda. You don't follow anything, just you read Hindi review from the Bankers Adda, and you attempt the questions from the different websites or different sites, not more than 2 sites, because over reading of information will be a loss, because you cannot revise the entire things on time. So it is better to read some restricted things, only 2 or 1 or 2 apps or websites or whatever the thing. Mocks play an important role in this kind of things. So because by practicing more number of mocks, we will be getting confidence, and different types of questions and models, everything will be more beneficial with the mocks. So this is about exam pattern. So again I will tell that reasoning 40 questions, 50 marks, and our marks target is 25 questions. We need to do 25 questions, 25 marks, or 25 questions or 25 marks. GA or financial awareness, we need to do we will be having 40 questions, 50 for 40 marks, and we will be targeting 30 marks. Numerical ability, we will be having questions, 40 questions, 50 marks, and 25 marks we will be targeting that. And computer awareness, we will be having 40 questions and 20 marks, and we will be targeting for 16 marks. And English 40 questions and 40 marks, and we will be targeting for 20 marks. You can easily get more than that, and by putting all these 25 plus 30 plus 25 plus 16 plus 20, we will be getting 116 marks. It is more than that, and it is more than 100 marks, so it will be a good score. And it why we are why we are asking 100 plus is, or 100 marks is, you are putting one optional from what you wanted state. If you suppose optional from the state you want, so it is better to get good marks, and by that you can post in your optional state itself, so the optional state or optional bank itself. So that is the basic idea about getting good marks. So this is about the how many marks, and how to prepare, and what are the preparation sources I will tell you. For reasoning and general awareness and numerical ability, these three things are the basic things to do with ADDA 247 app. There is nothing more than that to do, because actually in ADDA 247 they will be having some different quizzes will be there, everyday quizzes will be there. So do that. And if you are working professionals, most probably officer, 2 years experienced officer means you are a working professional right now also, so you will not be preparing that well. So everybody don't don't avoid preparing daily, even if you are working professional also, because for 1 month or 2 months you start early, and we will be flexible to write the exam. So that is about it. ADDA 247 you follow it, and another grade up or any olive board or anything you take, and take one mock test series, whoever it may be, olive board or ADDA 247, whoever it may be, and follow different YouTube channels too. They are very much useful, and they'll be having updated content. So follow, feel free to learn, and ADDA 247 and grade up, everything. Who you can easily know what are the models they cover, and your time should not be wasted. As you are working professional, you will be getting less time to read, so it will be beneficial for you if you are getting every content in a possible in a possibly good manner, or everything in a at one place itself. So that is about reasoning, general awareness, numerical ability, and what are the sources to read. And then coming to computer awareness, I already told you Arihant is the best book, I think. So Arihant, you read it, a very small book, and you can cover everything, and you attempt some mock tests. Thereby you will be getting 40 bits every mock. So that is about it regarding computer. And English, you read newspaper, and you make a habit of enjoying the reading newspaper, like economics news and financial news. So it is about this is about it, this English, and this is about complete preparation, and how to prepare, and whole thing about the scale to exam. And I wish you better luck for the interview, and I will put any video on the interview also, and what are the topics to be covered in interview also. And best of luck for everyone. Thank you very much for watching this video.